Hey guys, welcome back to another Unreal Engine 4 game development live stream where we're back working with Project Hero, where we build a game from scratch using Unreal Engine 4, C++, blueprints, the gameplay ability system plugin, on all that good stuff. So last time, let me also bring up our to-dos, because we got a couple from last time. So first we have fix Jenkins. I wonder what that's about, like, because I know if we try to access Jenkins, like localhost, I believe it doesn't even load. So I'm wondering what that's about. That most likely means the service isn't running. Excuse me. But I don't know why the service isn't running. Hopefully it's in the services list. Yeah, Jenkins. Not running. Start. So some services stop automatically if they're not used by other services or programs. So Jenkins just straight up is not gonna open. So I wonder if that's a problem for another day, or we should like kind of suck it up and try to fix it now. I guess we could try to fix it now. Let me just get that warning again. Let's look this up. Jenkins service started and then stopped. It appeared that the Java runtime environment had been updated. In the Jenkins installation folder, there is a jenkins.wrapper.log. This contains logging from the chief. Actually, it's tried to start Java from this. Oh, I believe I did update Java at some point. Okay. Oh, genius. I don't like how my green screen looks. But okay. So what we're gonna need to do, we got, so in our Jenkins installation folder, I don't know where Jenkins is. I always forget. It's always in like some weird place. I think it's under the local and then users, me. So .jenkins. Is there a wrapper in here? Here we go. Jenkins.wrapper. This contains logins from that. Failed to locate children, a process, whatever. Okay. This doesn't tell me much. All right, so we need to go to jenkins.xml. Okay. Now somewhere it should tell us where it was trying to run. There's no straight to XML. This contains the reference to the Java installation in the tag. Okay, where? Java. Okay, so let's see where Java is. So is that like what I have to do? So it's just called Java. I don't think that's right. I'm not very good at this stuff. Yeah, no. Yeah, definitely not right. I also had this problem at the job, but there's a version independent. Okay, there's some more information here. So I think I got to include java.exe. And if your Java path is correct, disable runaway process killer. Okay, so try and make this false. Yeah, no. Also, they say to try to delete the what is it? Jenkins underscore agent.pid. Do I have that? All right. Some of this stuff hasn't been modified in months. Like 2020. That's last year. So maybe I'm not looking at the right place. Where could I possibly put Jenkins? Jenkins. No, I don't want to do web. Maybe program files. Jenkins. All right, 2021. All right, so here's wrapper. Yeah, and it's from today. Okay, let's see. Okay. Nope. All right, error log. Because they also say it could be a port issue. God, I hate when things update and it just kind of rocks your world. Where are the ports at? I forget what that thing is called. I guess it's under security and maintenance. Firewall, that's it. Firewall. I always forget how to get to that section. Firewall. Windows Defender. Advanced, maybe? Yeah, here we go. So inbound rules. Jenkins. All right, so it's using 8080, which is correct. Right, is anything else using 8080? Wonder if there's a way to easily tell this without looking manually. Let's look. How to tell which services are using which port. Okay. So then you gotta go to the command prompt. Netstat Aeon. Find stir. What? $80. Okay, so that's not a thing. Do I have to include the brackets? No. Okay. So literally nothing. There we go. All right. Well, they listed everything. Fuck. So 8064. Confusing. I know there's also a way to check if our port is open. What's it? Can you see me? And no, not the hip hop song. 80. All right, so that it might be the reason why. So 8080 is not even being seen. How to open port. I always forget how to do this. So Windows Firewall, yeah, advanced settings. So where are my rules for? Let's see, general scope. All right, let's just delete. Then make a new rule. So port. They recommend TCP. All local ports. Specific local ports. That's what I thought. 8080. Allow connection. Jenkins. Let's try that again. No. I always forget as well. What is the IP address for my router? Yeah, that's right. IP config. .192. Is it really not that one, or is it default gateway? All right, so we're in my connect box. Good. I'm not going to show you guys this part. Advanced settings, wireless, no. Security, IP and port filtering, port forwarding. So 2.4, local port, I guess 8080. Like maybe my IP changed or something. Protocol. My changes. Okay. Let's see if that fixed anything. Okay. So, all right, so I can't see 80. 21. This stuff's always tricky and I hate it. Do I have 110? I'm pretty sure I have this. Yes. But still nothing for that. Firewall. Okay. DMZ. Well, I mean, I feel like that's all I can try to do. Like, if that's not opening... so that's inbound and then outbound. Do I also have Jenkins? ABCD. Let's make a new rule. $80. Allow. Yeah, Jenkins. Hey, how's it going, Crickle Breaker? I'm trying to figure out why my Jenkins isn't working. Like, for whatever reason, the service just doesn't start. It's most likely because the port isn't open. I'm just trying to figure out how to open the port because I'm pretty sure I did everything correctly. Like I have an inbound rule for Jenkins on port 8080. And I made an outbound rule. And I went into my router, made sure everything was good there. Let's see, port not visible. But yeah, I don't know. Can you see me? Doesn't see port. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of lost now. All this network stuff. Well, I've done this before, for sure. And I know making an inbound, outbound rule stuff usually worked. I checked to see like what services are there. And when I try to run the service, it's just like, no. And it says like if it's like used by other services or programs, and I don't know. Like extended. I would assume like it should like give me the port number that these things are running on, if they are. So it's kind of annoying. Because I know Jenkins didn't work unless the port was open. Like I found some sort, I found like I found some CMD string, but I'm pretty sure I lost it now. Port. How to view used ports on PC. All right, so it says netstat AB requires elevation. Okay, I guess I need to do command prompt, run as administrator. Yeah, try that again. Netstat AB. Okay, so it's going to be doing a lot on the resource monitor. Okay, resource monitor. Okay, and it's in numerical order. Okay, so nothing is using 8080 because it would be there. So Jenkins, how to assign port number. All right, so there's an XML. All right, let me, oh my God. Let me open this in not Jenkins. Open this up in Sublime. Oh, yeah, it's right there, 8080. It could also be this. So that doesn't exist anymore. Maybe it's the original issue where it was an outdated Java reference. Yeah. Okay. So now, yeah, now it's open. Okay. Woo! There we go. All right. Thanks for the help, Codebreaker. We got there. Finally, we fixed Jenkins. I really hate like these. I don't know. I don't know if you would even call it networking, but whatever you would call that, it's annoying. It's very difficult. Okay, so now we have our project. So the last success was 2 months ago. So this has been down for a long time. So we really gotta keep that in mind. Like, if you update Java, you're gonna get fucked. Yeah. Like when I used to do technical support, like at AT&T, we used to do a lot of internet stuff, so I knew kind of what I was looking at, but just nothing fully clicked. All right, so we fixed Jenkins. we might have to see if it will build correctly. But now we can actually get back into the nitty-gritty of things. So just to remind ourselves where we're at, we have our preview UI, and we can rotate our character with left click mouse dragging, and we can also pan, and we can also zoom. The zooming is in code, but the rest is not, so we're going to want to fix that. And I noticed my stream gets pretty bad when I'm playing in editor. I'm wondering if we could fix that. So stream lags when in UE4 Pi. Twitch stream lag. Because that's kind of annoying. You're coding Python right now. I have Python classes tomorrow, so I'm doing the work in advance so I can sleep in class or my smart. I bought a Python class, a course or whatever. I want to start doing that too. So we'll see. All right, I'm not gonna find anything useful right away. All right, let's just work on converting some things to code, because that's how we do. All right, so this is a lot of our logic. So it's in our character preview actor. So there's a couple of functions that we want to do. So let's start here. So new function, blueprint callable, void, rotate character, and then it's gonna take in a float called rotation rate. Do we have tick? Oh yeah, this is a big function. All right, we do have tick. So I guess we can have a private integer, not private float, I should say, float delta seconds. Whoops. I mean, can I access delta seconds anywhere? Like, because we have, we have tick. Can I just say like delta seconds, or is it like get world delta seconds, or do I literally have to like make this and then just be like delta seconds equals delta time kind of thing? That way I can reference delta time everywhere. The one line technique. Nice. All right, so we have rotate camera. We should also have a begin play, right? We do have a begin play, and we obviously have a constructor. Let us generate the definition. Okay. Then we have another U function. Void pan camera, and it's gonna have two floats, vertical and horizontal pan. Can I do something like this, like float vertical pan or horizontal pan? No, I definitely have to declare it. Okay. Okay. Generate this bad boy. Okay, and then we have another function. Reset camera, transform stuff. You sent me one of the exercises. Oh, the pyramid example. I remember doing stuff like that. I couldn't do it again if you asked me to, but I remember doing it at one point. And here I am relearning everything again. Never stop learning. So void, reset camera, and character. Maybe I could just save. Reset, preview, transform. Might be a better name for it. It's not gonna take anything. All right, so we have the functions that we need. So let's first get everything we need to do from event begin play. So we're gonna need some variables here. So f transform, we'll say initial spring arm transform, another f transform, initial character transform, and we're gonna also need a float. We'll say initial spring arm length. So whenever we initialize it, I guess it's initialized, or do we want to do begin play? Definitely gonna be begin play. One line coder, multiple line code breaker. And I guess we could say here so initial spring arm length equals current target length. We want to save the initial spring, oops. When we exit, multiplication table generator, ooh, nice. Displays the multiplication table for the given ranges. Nice. Skills. Too cool for school. When we exit the preview, guess we want to get that break. And now we gotta get our transforms. So we gotta say what? Initial spring arm transform equals spring arm get world. Let's just get transform. Okay, I probably have to include. No, I have seen component. Yeah, too ripped. Do I have to get just relative transform? I feel like there has to be a way. Let me just close out of this stuff. U4 C++ get component world transform. All right, so is it like get component transform? Okay. Now, transform. Okay. Now the character transform. So we gotta do what? Head? No. Initial. Character transform equals head. Get world. Get component transform. And it's gotta be head because head's the root of the body character. So we want to just adjust that one. So we want to save the initial character transform. That is the root of the character. Okay. So we got rid of everything. We got everything in the begin play. So now we can work on rotate character. So for rotate character, we get the head, set relative rotation, then we do 0. What is it? 0.0f, 0.0f. So wait, how does set relative rotation work in code? All right, so we gotta make a new F rotator. Then we gotta say, I guess we can initialize it to what we want. So it's gonna be 0.0f, 0.0f, because we're only rotating the yaw. And then we gotta do math f interp 2. Do I have to include math? Include f math. Yeah, definitely don't have it. So let's fix that. Try it again. Okay, so that's roll. Okay, so we gotta do it here. So blah blah blah. So yaw is gonna be f into math. Is it just math or f math? Interp 2, f interp 2, and then so current is going to be head dot get relative rotation dot yaw. Target is going to be head get relative rotation dot yaw plus rotation rate. Delta time is delta seconds. Dot yaw. Interp speed. We said 20, so we'll definitely have to figure that out. So how to better do this? We're gonna say float character yaw equals head get relative rotation dot yaw. That way we could just say character yaw. Just a little easier to read. I guess it could be const. And then we say head set relative rotation. What's the name of that variable? New rotation. What's the next parameter? Sweep. Yeah, everything else, I guess we could just leave as their defaults. Does this also mean it could be const? Yeah. I think that's okay. We won't find out until later, but now we can Let's do reset the camera, reset preview transform. So we want to say what? Head, set world transform to what? Initial character transform. Then we want to say spring arm, set length, or set, what is it? Target length, target arm length. Is it target arm length or is it just arm length? Why target arm length? Equals initial spring arm length, and then last is going to be spring arm. Set world transform. It's going to be initial spring arm transform. So we just reset everything just so that when you mess around with the camera a little bit and then exit and then you come back, you'll all just, you know, be where it was originally. So I think that's enough to test the rotation. So let's save that. Let's compile. Let's see if there's anything wrong with it. Because you never know. Oh yeah, build succeed. Okay. Our coding skills are good, but let's see if our functional coding skills are good. We're able to code without any syntactical error. All right, so let's go into our character preview. Let's unplug event begin play. Just for the safety, let's do the parent. Same thing here. So panning is fine, I think. So this and reset and rotate, we just disconnect. And then we go into our UI, inventory menu, character preview. Now, now that we have this in our base class and we don't need to do a cast, so we could just do rotate character. Okay. So we'll leave panning alone. So that's rotate character. I think that's it. Let's see. Okay. Looks like that works. We still have panning. Okay. So it looks like we did a good job there. Let's actually keep this open. And let's do the camera panning. So what do we do? So we take spring arm, set relative location, and it's going to take, well, yeah, of course, an F vector. So let's make an F vector. New location. I think I could do something like that, and then I mean, is this valid? Forgot. Oh, okay. So let's do float spring arm x equals spring arm dot get relative location dot x. I mean, this probably isn't necessary to make these their own variables, but it might save me on some space, so I don't have really long lines. That y. Oh yeah, you can. What? I didn't even know that. Man, I'm probably not gonna remember that, but that's very nice. Okay. So x is going to be spring arm x. Yeah, I really ought to learn these shortcuts in Writer. Like, I'm just so inconsistent about programming that, like, I feel like anytime I try to remember anything, it's gonna be pointless. All right, so what am I doing here? So for y, I'm doing so fmath clamp, and the value is gonna be spring arm y plus another fmath f clamp, or just clamp, and it's horizontal pan, and we'll do -1 and these are -50 and 50. So that's kind of hard to really read. But we'll continue. And then z is pretty much the same. Except we change a couple things. So this is 100. This is -100. And it's vertical pan. And then, yeah, I think we could just say new location. And that's done. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on myself, whether something is too long or not. But you know, it's whatever. We live, we learn. Just try to be as effective as I can. Honestly, these could be made const, because we're not changing them. Oh yeah, we messed this up because it's not z. So that's good. It's also const, I believe. Now that we have pan, we can close out of the editor and rebuild. How's the music in the background? Do you hear anything? Or is it subtle? Or do you want it to be louder? I'm just kind of curious how it sounds like from your guys' end. Very low? Alright, let's bump it. That's way too much. All right, so our code compiled. All right, so we have our widget, and then we also have our preview character. And so essentially we can unplug everything. And just to kind of prove my code is working, we unplug the pan, and now we can't move, right? We can rotate everything, but we can't pan. So we go to our character preview, and then we can just call pan camera. Don't need this. So vertical and horizontal. And now we can pan. All right, something's off though. I do kind of want to lower the music because it does get a little too intense. So I'm going up and it's going to the left. So let's just put in horizontal. All right, so horizontal is going up and down. So it's going into like a weird diagonal. We gotta make this spring arm Z. Yeah. Tricky. Okay. Now let's reconnect. Well, we were disconnected before. Let's see if this works. Yeah. Might be a little too sensitive. But we'll leave that for another day, because like what I would like to do, and I'll add it to our list if I don't already have it. Yeah. I want to think about it having a data asset that is like, all right, this is like your parameters. Hey, you know, this is how you control the preview character. This is how fast it will rotate. This is how fast it will pan and stuff like that. So, oh man, a one-line loop. Nice. Okay. So now we can go into our preview character. And we can literally nuke all that. Delete our unused variables. And now it should, in theory, still work. So we're rotating. And we're panning. And we can zoom. So we're doing good. Okay. It kind of crashed at the end there. Not a problem. Let's see. Let's comment our code. Holds delta time value from event tick. Transform variables. For how do I want to write this? For saving initial spring arm and character transforms used when resetting. Okay. Yeah, let's just do a commenting frenzy. Do I want to write comments this way? Hold a reference to our current player character so that our preview character is always matching. I'm pretty sure you can't do it while paused, but we can temporarily switch characters and it does update correctly, which is nice. I'm gonna just preview that in a second. Okay. Yeah, preview the wolf, maybe. Alright, let's check this out real quick. Okay, so there is a blueprint compile error in our character preview. Aha! Okay, so reset character preview. Change that to that. Yeah, we still gotta look into that too. Because I'm not sure how, maybe you'd want to like reset the preview while you're looking at the preview instead of having to close it and open it back up. So I was trying to go like with middle mouse button or something like that. But hey, how's it going, Giahan Twitch? Yeah, like I feel like middle mouse was like the only real option because like, you know, everything else was kind of mapped. So you had left click dragging, right click dragging, scrolling on the mouse wheel. Like, so middle mouse made the most the best idea. Yeah, so now we have our female character, and then here we have the preview. We can do all that good stuff. So we gotta figure out how to best handle the middle mouse button. Let's just first continue commenting our code. What do we use this root scene component for? Yeah, well, I think, well, obviously it has to be for the root, but I think it's like the hardcore root, like that's even where the spring arm is attached. So, but let me just confirm that. Yeah. So root seam component, this one. So yeah, totally. Okay. So root component that both spring arm and character are children of. Okay. So updates the preview character to match the current player's character. Allows to selectively choose whoops. choose which sections of the character to update or to update everything. Okay, allows for the spring arm to zoom in and out to the character based on mouse axis values from UI. Might be redundant to do commenting, but you know, gotta get into the habit of commenting code. So allows for the rotation of the character based on float axis values of the mouse when in character preview UI. Left mouse button. What's the word? Not like allows for the, I guess, location offset of the character based on float axis of the mouse when in preview character. Right mouse button. So use to reset the preview characters transform. I think that's enough. Okay. So that's got all the commenting I think it really needs. Now to do the same in the header. Guess that's all self-explanatory. I don't know if I want to write comments for all that shit. I know what this does, so finds the player's character and initializes player character and updates the preview character to match. I think that's enough. Set delta seconds to delta time so that we can use it for preview character rotation. Yeah, this is a long fucking function. I don't know. Maybe we can refactor it so it's a little cleaner. We can add that. Oh yeah, we did this. Consider refactoring the, what function is it? Update preview character function. Any thoughts about what the main gameplay loop is going to be like? Honestly, no. That's like one of the things that I'm not very good in actual game design. I want it to be just some simple combat loop where you can use abilities and you can use weapons against enemies, kind of like Breath of the Wild style. Maybe like Valheim style. I'm still considering if I want, like I do have some base classes for like resources and stuff, so I'm kind of still considering if I want to do resources, so if like enemies can drop certain resources. Then there's a whole progression system in that regard. There's all like the resource management, balance in that regard. So I'm kind of just doing what I want to do. I don't know if a game will come out of it, but it's more of like a training exercise overall, and maybe I can lower my scope over time, and maybe I choose to do something else. But you know, that's where kind of where I am, because I'm so infrequent on how I work on this project that who knows, you know. Okay, so now we can update this. Okay. Okay, commenting. So hold the head yaw rotation for easier expression of new rotation. Set new rotation interpolated based on rotation rate only in yaw. And I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. We're setting it. So hold individual axis values for easier expression of new location. So set Y. All right, so set X as spring arm X because it's constant. Set Y as clamped value from horizontal pan. Set Z as clamped value from vertical pan. Good enough comment, I think. So reset transforms of head and spring arm. Also reset target arm length of spring arm. Okay. So we're all commented. We're okay there. Yeah, this music is too intense for me to pay attention. It was like super bumping. So yeah, let's try to figure out how we can do. All right, so clean up logic for zooming in on character. Yeah, we did that. So I want to figure out maybe how to do the middle mouse button. Because, you know, there's ways for me to know if it's down and if it's up, but that value gets updated in a weird way. So let me just see if there's anything online. UE4, UMG. How to know if middle mouse button is down. So there are mouse events, but is that just general mouse events? Uh-oh, I see black. Okay, we're okay. Yeah, this is inside UMG, yeah. So there is event on mouse leave, event on mouse enter. Is there like event on mouse? No. Yeah, there are mouse events, yeah. And I have on mouse button down, on mouse move, and on mouse up. But I don't know. There's on mouse wheel, but that's when it's spun. It's like on key up and on key down. Yeah, I know it counts as a mouse button. Like the tricky thing is like, cause yeah, I have like middle mouse button down. So like I have a Boolean, right? So do I have to do something like, I don't know what, like how I should handle it. Yeah, maybe. Because like the tricky thing is, well, I guess I could just print it like this, just so it's one line. Like I'm trying to visualize, because I know there was a problem when I tried to implement this last time. I'm trying to remember how it was. So right now it says true. And then like if I right click, it's gonna say true again. So that's where my problem kind of lies. Like do I want to reset it on mouse button down, and then like if I press other keys while this mouse button is down, do I want to do anything? You know what I mean? It's kind of tricky in that regard. So I gotta think about it. So maybe I want to say something like this, where it's like, so if middle mouse button is down, then I kind of want to set these to false. And we'll say, whoops, we'll say we handle it. And then if it's not down, then we handle it as we would expect. I don't know if that makes sense at all. But this should mean that if I have my middle mouse button down, then I can't pan, and then I can if I don't. Is there a way to get like pointer event? You got like this stuff, and then user interface, geometry, get that stuff. It'd be nice if it told you like explicitly, like it was this key that went down. Oh well, get affecting button. Okay. That could be what I need. That could be a game changer. Okay. All right, this is probably what I needed. So let's rethink this. So middle mouse button. I wish you could do like a switch on like a key. Like, would I have to change the engine code in order to like be able to do a switch like that? That'd be very convenient if I could. Be a lot cooler if you could. So if I convert it to a string, can you convert it to a string? I don't think you can convert it to a string. Utilities, key, I guess key display name. And then, yeah, to string. So I'm wondering if it's as easy as that, where it's like, okay, middle mouse button. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Cool. So I guess we can get away with left mouse button and then right mouse button. So if it's middle mouse button, we can get the character preview actor. And we could do what? Reset, transform. And do something like that. And then if it is left mouse button, yeah, we definitely don't need middle mouse button down, probably. And then here we do the opposite. Probably don't need a default pin. Okay. Let's copy that just in case. Yeah, let's nuke that. So obviously on mouse button up, we don't want to do anything with middle mouse button. Well, I guess we can actually just keep it as it was. So I don't need middle mouse. Well, I guess... this could be a lot easier. All right, so let's see if that worked. All right, so we're rotating. Middle mouse, boom, okay. Middle mouse while you're doing that, resets it, okay, I don't mind that. All right, we gotta fix the current target length thing. Okay, I know what to do there. So just to kind of explain what problem I'm seeing. So I zoom in, right? Middle mouse button. I zoom in again, and it starts me there, because that's where like the saved current length thing was. So what I should be able to do is say current target length equals initial, like that. So I should be good there in theory. The bold move, let's see if it pays off for him. Okay. Zooming in, middle mouse button, boom. Zooming in like normal, boom, boom, boom. Okay. So I'm wondering, just from like a UI, UX perspective, how it would be best to like kind of let players know that these are the controls. Like, would it be enough to have something like, well, first I would need a border. Like some border, square. So you kind of know like, okay, this is the preview area. This is where you can like manipulate. So that'll definitely be something we need. So I'll just add the task for that. Better visualize character preview border. So we did figure out middle mouse button, so we can hit that out. And we also have to now convert character preview UI logic to C++. Let's see if we could do that tonight as well. The converting of this logic from Blueprint to C++. So we'll start off with this simple function where we're literally just resetting the preview transform. We'll make it a public. I always hate how like it doesn't bounce to the edge. Thank you. Why am I converting BP to C++? For educational purposes, just because I'm learning C++. So it's easy for me to prototype stuff in Blueprint because I'm super familiar with Blueprint. And then I kind of want to just challenge myself to try to get to work in C++. Honestly, there's very minimal optimization performance benefit from doing something like this in this case. But it doesn't hurt to learn. And hopefully you guys will learn with me. Honestly, half the time I'm getting schooled by Codebreaker and everyone else in chat. Okay, it's a function, so we gotta do U function. We'll make everything blueprint callable just because we love ourselves. And then we're gonna say void reset character preview. And this can be a very simple thing where you go like if character preview actor character preview actor, we do what? Reset preview transform. I get, and then otherwise, I guess what we can do, what, return, and then we could just say down here UE log temp warning cannot reset character preview actor or something like that. Hold on, sorry, I got a message. So that should be enough. That piece of code pretty much is this. So let's see if we got that right. Oops, I tried compiling while the editor was open. Classic mistake. Oh yeah, find a better way to do this. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to find a better way to do that. All right. What do we do now? Oh yeah, go to our UMG. Let's find references here. Okay. So it was only there. So reset. So that technically should work. So let's manipulate it a little bit, close it, reopen it. Okay, we're reset. So we're good. So obviously we could do this in the destruct. So I always forget the name. So there's void initialize. Oh, so go to this. Now, is there a destruct somewhere? Void destruct, that's the blueprint implementable event. Native destruct, thank you. That makes sense. We want to do an override. Boom. Thanks for the follow, Bizow. Much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying watching. See, the main purpose of this stream is to learn. So if you have any questions, if you have any feedback, if you see something and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Call me out on my bullshit. It'll be much appreciated. So here we can call reset character preview. So now what we just did will take care of this. So I guess we can always just do a call to the parent function just to be safe. Same with this. Okay. All right, so we did the easy stuff. Let's just do a recompile. So now the resetting should still work the same way as we just saw, but let's just be sure, make sure we override that native destruct correctly. Okay, so let's do that. Zoom out, pan, exit, enter. Yep, we're good. I've just started down the road you were going down now to learn Unreal Engine. I'm still building everything in BP and not converting until I run into performance issues. That's cool. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're not really gonna have drastic performance issues. It depends on the game you're making, obviously. But like you've seen like all those like blueprint only games that exist. So for sure, it's all it's all very much possible. But it's always good to know, in my opinion, I think it's always good to know C++ or some sort of programming language, because it does help with the blueprints as well. Because obviously, you know, blueprints is a visual scripting language, but you still gotta think like a programmer. So if you have access to knowing how to write a program, it might help you with your blueprint. Maybe vice versa. All right, so let's do these now. Also, we don't need middle mouse button down, so we can delete unused variables. It's gonna be there. I'm a web developer by trade and also have C#. Okay, then yeah, you're good, dude. You have plenty of experience. So at this point, it's just getting to know the library and how Unreal does things. So I think you'll get a hand of it pretty quickly then, if that's what your experience is. So event on mouse enter and event on mouse leave. So definitely going to be on here. So mouse enter. Mouse. So this is definitely what we're going to need at some point. Did you make anything for the Make It Jam? No, I didn't participate. I always want to participate in game jams, but I end up not. Most times I'm kind of tired from after work, so I kind of just try to do what I can. So these are blueprint implementable events. On mouse enter and on mouse leave. Oh wow, there's some to-dos in here. Dragging. So it doesn't seem like I'll be able to do what I want to do in C++. Submission, nice, okay. Looks legit. Is it okay if I show it on stream, or do you want to? Do you want me to just watch it on the other monitor? Let's see. UE4 C++ U user widget on mouse enter. That's cool if you show it. Okay. I'm just gonna watch the trailer. Nice. you got a lot of stuff going on here. You got your ammo, you got the damage values, you got a timer, you got this energy thing. I assume if it's depleted, you'll lose. And then you got swarms of enemies. Running out of space. Okay. Nice. Very cool. Congratulations on actually, you know, submitting and getting a game done. I don't. How long are the game jams for the Epic Mega Jam, or what is it called? Epic Mega Jam. Is it just a weekend, or is it like a couple weeks? 7 days. Okay. All right. So, in order to get this mouse thing, how do I get this to work? All right, let's look at the engine. So it's engine, source, runtime, and UMG. Oh, I don't want to move anything. UMG, public, blueprint, user widget. So it is. This is one. Fuck. So how do I use this? Can I say, all right, I'm going to just say virtual void on mouse. So native on mouse enter. Okay, so it does exist. And then, yeah, we'll put these two kind of close together. Virtual void native on mouse leave. Boom. Whoops, I didn't want to close that. So, no, whoops. We want to generate definitions. Yeah, for both of them, thank you. Okay, so we have these two. So now what are we doing? We're literally just resetting variables. So we should create variables. Obviously, they're going to be under the private. So bool B left mouse button down. Bool B right mouse button down. Boom. So now when on mouse enter, they're gonna be false. So I guess B left mouse button equals false. B right mouse button down equals false. I'm going to copy paste that. Okay. So we should now be able to nuke that. And now I want to replace the references that we have of these booleans, because we have these locally too in our blueprint. So we want to use the C++ ones that we just created. I don't think I can. I don't know if I can actually replace them like that because they're private. So maybe I would have to do like allow private access or something. We'll double check that. I'm not confident in that. Okay. Yeah, no, it's not available because it's not a U property. Guess that makes sense. So let's override these functions now. Did I make the art for this game? Absolutely not. I bought these assets. Some of them are free. Some I paid for. I am in no way an artist. I prefer just to focus on the technical side. don't really have much time in my life to try to learn that kind of skill set. Takes a while. I'd rather focus on this kind of stuff. So there's got to be what? Virtual void native on mouse button down. Okay. Let's look in here. On mouse button down. Okay, so it's void's not going to do it. It's going to be this. Does this exist in here? Yeah, it does. So there's all these natives. So do I have a native? So is it ref reply? Yeah, it's native on mouse button down. Oh my god. So native on mouse button down. We can jack that. And then override. Then there's probably gonna be virtual F reply native on mouse button up. And then virtual F reply native, and then it's what? On mouse button move. Okay. So we got these three functions to generate all of them. This is checking all of them. Nice. All right, so now we have all these functions, right? So let's start with mouse button down. So this is mouse button down. So first thing we do is, I guess we could say what? F string. Well, it's definitely gonna be a const. So const F string. Button string, I guess is the best way to say it. And then we gotta do what? We gotta get in mouse event, get affecting button. Is it get display name? Or is it like get, maybe get display name is the best one, and then dot to string. Maybe. We're gonna have to definitely debug that, but we could do now a switch. I guess it's gonna be what, button string? And as usual, I forget the syntax for switch. So C++, switch case syntax. Doesn't hurt to look things up again. Yeah, okay, so we want to do case. So case, I guess middle mouse button. We'll see break for now. Case left mouse button. Break. Case right mouse button. Break. What's wrong with this switch? The default case. How you write the default? Yeah, default break. I wonder, can you write a switch statement? And because like in Blueprint, you can have like the whole like, you know, does it have default? I wonder if you can do that in C++. Not gonna really bother right now. So in this case, we're gonna say we're gonna just do a bunch of logs. You know, so UE log temp, warning text, middle mouse button. This could be left mouse button. This could be right. Okay. Um. Let me close out the editor, recompile. Let's see if we have any syntax mistakes. Does get affecting button return an enum? I don't believe so. It returns an F key. I was hoping F key could be switchable or something, but it's not. A switch expression of type const F string is not valid. So does it have to be F string? Okay. UE4 C++ switch statement with F string. It looks like someone asked this question, so well, no, it is a limitation from well, no, it's a limitation from F string and every string type in UE, but you can use a trick. You can make a T array with F names. Okay, can I do F name? What does get display name return? F text. Can you do a switch on F key? I wonder. It's a good question. Let's find out. Let's do const F key equals in mouse event get effect button. Gotta name it. Key. Now, I wonder if these cases, like, honestly, I don't know how to write the cases. Let me look at my, because I do have another switch in here. How do I write the switch statement in this function? Yeah, so, well, I mean, can I do something like this? Like, case, F key. Well, there's F name. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I tried doing up here. So const F name. Oops. Use an if statement now. I'm gonna fight tooth and nail. Damn it. Yeah, maybe maybe I can't. Like, obviously, this suggestion is to like use ints. Yeah, so it has to be ints. Ah, okay. Okay, I guess we will have to use F. I'm going to the dark side, Johan. So I guess, can I say something like, so const F key equals in mouse event dot get affecting button, and then what if I say key equals what? F key. Do I have to include something with this? So UE4 C++ F key. So include input core types. Okay. So can I say F key? Is there any way to like get the key? Key details. Okay. So there's get display name, get F name, get paired, bring analog, is deprecated, is mouse button down. Okay, no real information there. UE4, C++, F key, get actual key. Let me just reopen the editor. I want to see what it looks like in Blueprint. But we might have to come back to this next week. It's kind of getting late. I wonder what fkey get number returns. Well, it definitely returns a number. Let's see. Maybe it returns an integer and then I could do a fucking switch on that, but I don't know. That seems messy. So on mouse button, get affecting button. See, you got equal. So what is this? So it's a key structure. So what exactly is an F key? So here are the buttons. So E keys. So it is a struct. This is kind of confusing. So input core. I say a key. So maybe can I do... Probably can't do a switch like this. Key dot... Get paired access key. I don't know. Let's just put a random log here. Let's see if it even compiles. Let's close out the editor. Is that even a valid comparison? Well, apparently it is. Okay. Okay. For now, is there like a... Let's add a call to a parent function, and that's it. So we know that's not going to do anything. Let's get our output log. Let's clear it. And now in theory, when I left click, it should print out, you know, jabba blah 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 like gibberish. And it does. Okay, so that is valid. Can I do something like this? Just as a fuck you. So switch. Oops. So E keys. No, I can't switch on just. Like, I know we did switch key before. Let's just do a default. Like, I think this won't compile because we were getting bitched at. Yeah. I don't think we could do this switch, so. Yeah. Oh well, we tried. Okay, I need to get the editor back open because I forget what's written here. Okay. So we got our switch. So if it's middle mouse button, we could just do the, we can call reset preview character preview. If it's right mouse button, we could say, oh yeah, if it's either of these. So I guess I could do, I believe that's an or. That's how much I forgot about program. I'll do left mouse button. So we don't need that. So basically, if it's the left mouse button or the right mouse button, we could say left mouse button down equals mouse event in mouse event is mouse button down, and then it takes an F key. Can I say E keys? Left mouse button. B right mouse button down equals in mouse. Oh yeah, I could do the duplicate, right? Ah. Change this to right mouse button. And change this one to right mouse button. So that should be good. Let's do now on mouse button up, which is much simpler. It's literally this. And then on mouse move, sort of tricky. Not really. Luckily, everything is in C++, so it's gonna be clean. But yeah, mouse button up, let me just call parent function. And I'll do the same on mouse move. Sorry, you're not seeing what I'm doing. I'm just gonna be calling the parent stuff in these functions instead, just so like I know that my logic in Blueprint is not gonna be running, and it's just gonna be whatever is in C++. So on mouse move, we are checking first if B left mouse button down, character preview actor, rotate character, and we're using in mouse event get cursor data dot x. And then within here we'll do another if B right mouse button, and we're doing I guess I should just do a giant if here. If character preview actor equals null pointer return do I have to do like return movie mouse? How do I do a proper return? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. How to do a proper return? Well, I guess I could just do super. And then here we do what? Character preview actor, pan camera. And we're doing in mouse event dot get cursor delta dot x. Y. So I want to do something like that, just so if both left mouse button and right mouse button are down, we do everything. If it's just one or the other, we do the others. So this, I'm hoping, will work. But we'll see. And if it does, awesome. We'll clean up the blueprint part, and then we'll call it a night, I think. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Always a possibility that it won't work. Right. And it doesn't. Damn it. We got zooming. But yeah, that doesn't work. Let's see if we ever get here. Resume. All right. So left mouse button is never true. So maybe it's something wrong with this statement. Okay. Well, I guess this is kind of redundant, right? Because if the key is the right mouse button, this just could be just false. Well, this is also a problem. I just realized. I might have to separate those out into their own things. Let's just see if it works. So no. Cool. God damn it. All right. So left mouse button down is always false. So I left click and it's true. I wonder if the reset works. Well, the reset works. Okay. So what could be wrong? Oh well, this is kind of tricky for now. I've kind of been looking at this for a little while. So let's write something in here. So we'll say we'll do the convert the preview logic to C++, but we're gonna make a new one. So fix issue with left and right mouse button down in preview character. So we'll save that for next time. For now, let us submit everything into our repository. I know I always am very shitty with my repo because like I don't know how to have it automatically. Like I know there's a setting in Unreal Engine 4 to have it automatically check things out with the U assets, but I don't know how to do it correctly with like code. I know these were the only two we've messed with. And then in the actual blueprints. Okay. So whip, convert, logic, was it? Preview, UI, logic to BP, from BP to C++. We can submit. And then we can also update our GitHub. Open up GitHub, please. Why is GitHub not being good? GitHub. Run as administrator. Yes. Open. Why? Have I run into any issues? No, I haven't, but it's only because I'm really only putting in my code. I'm not really putting in assets up into GitHub, but you can access the GitHub if you become a Patreon supporter. You don't have to, obviously, but here's the link to Patreon. If you decide you want to support, you can get access to the code. Obviously, I might have to just do a restart of my machine. Maybe this GitHub thing is just being weird, or maybe there's already a process running. I don't know. Let's not worry about it for now, I suppose. But we were able to also fix our Jenkins, which I was happy about. Anytime you update Java, you gotta make sure everything's a-okay there. So I guess I could see if I can run a build. I know when I build, sometimes it doesn't work correctly the first time because I have to do something. I always forget what needs to be done. We don't need this workspace. I always forget. What do I have to do? Is it refresh? No. It's always something. Yeah, edit. Yeah. That, and I think I gotta do it here too. Yeah, boom, apply, and then it's gonna do a bunch of shit. Like I definitely messed something up when I did the repro this time around, but who freaking knows? So let me just double check. This has something, and that's hero 1, hero 0. That's something, okay. So let's just see if this runs. or if it will fail. It failed almost immediately. Yeah, so it's not in client view. I don't understand. Automatically get all revisions. Right now it's pure learning. I don't have any intent to publish it. All right, so this should do its thing. It's probably gonna take a while. So after it's done, I should be able to build. So I think we'll be okay. So I'm gonna let it do its thing, and then I'll run a build off stream, and maybe we'll do something on Saturday or Sunday, depends on how I feel. Otherwise, we'll kind of continue this on Tuesday next week. So thanks for watching. Peace out. Thanks for talking. Thanks for following. I appreciate it. Usually the day after these streams, I upload the stream onto YouTube. So if you want to decide to subscribe there to keep up with everything, go for it. There are they're kind of old tutorials and stuff like that. Maybe they'll be useful, but either way, I'm gonna call it a night. It's pretty late for me in Poland. It's almost 9 o'clock, which is late for me because I'm tired all the time. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again for watching. Have a good night.